way they can run. That does make a difference.
This time the toss to Taiwan Jones, and they love this guy. And again, a Raider guy with speed. He got a flag on the play. Jones, a rookie out of Eastern Washington, 4th-round draft choice.
Pretty stiff competition.
2nd down and 20. And a draw. Jones again. So Campbell in his 2nd year here, 7th year in the league. When you look at Jason, you know what you're going to get through his career. Remember, he was going to be the anointed one. And we won't find out for at least 5 weeks because he is ineligible to play because of the suspension that was handed down at Ohio State, and then the suspension handed to him by Roger Goodell. One hopper, Taiwan Jones, out to the 18-yard line. Sean Payton came to the sign as the Oakland Raiders head coach, but instead he wound up going back to Dallas, and we'll give you the rest of the story in a second. And this was Taiwan Jones. The Raiders never officially off
about it, and he said, you know, a couple more years with Bill Parcells probably a good idea. And you know, today was the day, though, that Sean Payton went up and paid his respects to Al Davis before the game. Walked up maybe an hour before the game and spent 15-20 minutes with him. And I saw him on the field right before kickoff, and he said, I got to tell you, I was still a little intimidated.
Sean did talk to a couple of former Raider coaches at that point, namely John Gruden and Bill Callahan, and they got their input as well. 3rd down and 6, and the pass is incomplete. There's a flag thrown, and the crowd wants interference, and they'll probably get it.
I like what I'm seeing out of Jason Campbell. He sees the man coverage on his back here from Jonathan Vilma, and is just going to take advantage of it. Vilma really doesn't get his head turned back around. Illegal contact is a step. And you look at the weapons they have, and a lot of those weapons aren't playing here tonight. Their top 3 receivers and their top running back, and they're still moving the ball pretty well.
2nd down and 10, getting him by the shirt. Taiwan Jones gets taken down by Scott Shanley. Well, 3rd and 3. Under pressure. Gets it off to Jones with room to roam. Flag is thrown, however, and Jones will take it inside the 5-yard line, but a marker early in the play. And the Raiders already starting to come back.
Yeah, they got a pick on the slot guy, and it was not too subtle of one either. Brandon Myers.
Offense, number 83, 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Brandon Myers, pick and roll. Okay in the NBA, not so good here.
Yeah, Brandon Myers is going to come down on the inside. They get their man coverage, but you got to be a little subtle here. You just can't throw a cross body block and get away with it. Remember, every one of these referees out here.
And Daniel finished up that first half. Kyle Bowler, meanwhile, will take over for the Raiders, the one-time Baltimore Raven. Number 1 pick, who was going to be their quarterback in the future, but that didn't pan out. He hands the ball off to the rookie out of Eastern Washington, Taiwan Jones, for a 1st down. Around the left side he goes.
I'll tell you what, Taiwan Jones was supposed to run inside. Watch this move. One of the linebackers, I didn't get the number, is right down his wheelhouse. That's Scott Shanley, and Taiwan Jones bounces that thing out. They said he's the fastest guys they have ever seen carry the football, and I'm starting to believe it.
Well, he's been hurt, so he's seeing his first action right now. And again, you've got a backfield with McFadden and Bush. They also have Michael Bennett on the team. So Jones trying to make his mark. And again to the right side with a nice little slip move there at first, and then he gets taken down by Jolan Dunbar after a short gain.
Well, put something on film that gives you problems. The next team's going to try and take advantage, and that's what the Raiders are doing here.
Jones again.
Wow.
Jones, a very impressive beginning to this half out to the 43-yard line, and that will be another 1st down. 7 carries for him.
And Kyle Bowler got up.
And as we say, on concrete disguised as dirt. 2nd down and 6.
That's really the first Sean Rogers kind of play, though, I've seen.
Jones again. What a series for Taiwan Jones. Touchdown. 22 yards.
This time it's going to be Cooper Carlisle right here getting just enough of the linebacker on the tail end of this thing. But they were telling us this Taiwan Jones is just a flash. And they really felt like that with all the injuries that Darren McFadden's had, they had to have a backup. They may have something more than that. Derek Hagan with a little veteran hold.
Third, Taiwan Jones, 17-17.
I
think we're going to see a little bit more Taiwan Jones.
Man, there's a kid that ran for 1,700 yards in the Big Sky.
The Dallas Cowboys, 2 games coming up in a week and a half on NBC. This drive starts on the plus side of the field with Taiwan Jones getting the carry here. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Martez Wilson, the rookie 3rd rounder, came up to make the tackle there. They've got good battles going on the outside linebacker position on both. That last drive, watch this one. Poor Scott Shanley. I got him. No, I don't got him. That's like Barry Sanders used to do to guys. Ran a 4.33, and I think all the Raiders run 4.33 or something close to it. But you can see he just has a certain little wiggle to him that looks pretty flashy. Greer on the other side. I think Derek Hagan's making a huge impression for the Raiders tonight.
That ain't no mud. You know that, right?
A dirter? I was thinking about it, you know, but I'm not.
By a dozen in NBC Sunday Night Football.
Play that speed tight end or wide receiver kind of role.
Many subplots there. Trent Edwards is the quarterback, and there goes Jones again. Taiwan Jones making a splash. In regard to Pryor, we're talking about a lot of things here. Number one, was he going to get drafted in the supplemental draft? Some people thought maybe not. Raiders had a 3rd round pick. They didn't have a 2nd or a 4th, though. They will not have a 3rd round pick now in the 2012 draft. And the most.
Pryor said if the Raiders want to appeal it, that's fine with him. I'm not sure he wants to have all that dredged up again and relive.
Indications are it won't. Meanwhile, here is Jones. And Taiwan Jones out to the 49-yard line. We were talking about him in camp as a possible future star, and he's showing a lot of that tonight.
I tell you, he's got a little Chris Johnson in him, and I know that's some kind of statement, but we haven't seen anybody be able to get this kid on the ground so far. That's about the 2nd time tonight we've seen him come to a complete stop, go back the other way. And
suspensions, Al.
Well, as Chris just said, I think one of the things that maybe that mitigates against that is the fact he doesn't want to get dredged up again. Here's Jones.
You know, the other thing, I don't think that they want college players using the NFL against the. Well, I tell you, for me tonight, one of the major stories is the play of Taiwan Jones, who is essentially the 3rd string running back. But he has some magic to him. Not only has he been running inside, he has been making people look silly on the outside. Tremendous speed, but sometimes those speed guys, it doesn't translate when you're running between the Chris Johnson. It seems to translate for Taiwan Jones.
From the 22-yard line, Jones again through the middle. He goes to the 28-yard line where Casillas makes the tackle. It's a great story if he made it, because Bay Area guy going to Eastern Washington.